you want to do is you want to go ahead and remove this outer trim that's all the way around. It's going to be part of the dash that's holding the radio, which is this top part right here, in. So the first way to go ahead and remove this dash panel is you can go ahead and grab it from the sides. It should be pretty easy, and you just work your fingers all the way around, and it should eventually just be able to pop right out. There's one clip, and there's the other clip, and it should just come out just like that. Now we have the radio. Let's go ahead and move the light so you guys can see. This is what the radio looks like without the dash in it. You'll need 2 prongs right here on either side to go ahead and remove it. In order to remove the old radio, we'll need to be using 2 prong-like things that look like this. Mine's connected by a chain, and what you do is you put them in like that on either side, and then you should be able to just push them all the way in, and you should be able to hear them click, and then after that you should be able to just pull the radio straight out. So after you put the 2 prongs in on either side, you want to go ahead and pull straight out, and after you pull it out, it should be able to expose all the wires back there. So we'll go ahead and go through that in just a second. You want to go ahead and unplug them, and then look at your factory wiring diagram, and then match them to the connector on your new. So this is the radio that I bought. I just bought a cheap one offline, and it has a remote, a wiring harness with a plug that plugs into the back, and a bunch of other different cables that should help you be able to wire it to the back of these. Let's see, and then here is the radio itself. Here's the instructions along with a wiring diagram so that you can match them to what your old wiring diagram looks like. And here's the radio. We'll go ahead and take that out. Alright, and here's the radio. Let's go ahead and take it out of the plastic here. And like I said, it's nothing too fancy, just a cheap radio that will hopefully work with the aux cord, because my old one doesn't have one, and I have to use a tape player along with a cord to plug it into my phone. This one has an SD card, an aux, a USB connections. It isn't Bluetooth because it was pretty cheap. Has rewind, fast forward, source power. You can choose the different bands you want. Then we have mute, and then clock. Then this is the button, obviously, just sound and everything. And then down here we have they're all numbered. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we have a little screen here that shows us what music's playing or what radio station you're on. Here's another wiring diagram. There's already one in the manual over there. And then here's the back. We have the red and the white connections along with another connection down there. And here's the plug that the wiring harness from over here gets plugged in. And then it pretty much just goes right there with your old radio. But as you can see, the new radio, which is quite slim compared to the old radio, which is about twice as big, you'll need to get some type of harness to your specific vehicle. I do have a Ford harness that I will be using, and I'll show it to you in just a second. Here is the stereo install kit that I was talking about, and as you can see, it has a gap for the second half of where the old radio is supposed to be, and the newer slim radios, such as that one over there. This one's made for car, truck, SUV, stereo install kit. It's made for Ford models, and it has all the different type of Fords that it'll work with. And then another thing to pay attention to is the year, 95 to 11. This is a 1997, so it fits in between that year bracket. And then on the back we have a bunch of different makes and models and such for Ford, Lincoln, Mazda, and Mercury. And it tells you all the details about your vehicle and what type of connectors to use, the year, and what type of antenna adapter you need to use if necessary. And that's about all. I got this at Walmart. I think it was just cheap again. I mean, I'm not going for huge high class stuff, just something that has a different connection rather than using a tape player, and it'll look much better with some type of screen and lights up, and I think it'll look much better than the stock radio that is in there right now. So after you have the box open, you can go ahead and open it from the back. We'll move the application guide out of the way, and then we have looks like an ordering form where you can order different connectors and stuff like that. It tells you how to install it and everything. Go ahead and put that aside. And then here are the actual pieces. Here are the two holders for your radio. You get two of them, one for either side, of course. Next, you have just another different type of holder. Possibly have another one for the other side. Let's see. Don't exactly know what these all go to, but I imagine it'll say in the instruction manual. Just going through the parts stuff right now. Here is what will actually fit up on your dash right there. The top is where the new radio will go, and then this is where you can put CDs or whatever you want to put, maybe your phone, I don't know. Just some other little parts that look like you take them apart kind of like a model car or something like that. And then we have another holder. Looks to be a bit wider, maybe for a different model, don't exactly know. And looks like that's all. I think what is this? Yeah, we just express install kit. And then this is just the mail rebate and the application guide and this. When you're following the application guide, make sure that you have the right connector. Let's say Ford F-Series pickup, go the right year, and 97. So I will need a FD021, and on the side here shows you exactly what connector it is. See, connectors at the top has FD021, and then we have the other one for 94 and up. So it just depends which one you want. Like I said, this is mine. And then if your vehicle requires an antenna adapter, you'd have to get this one, and then it'll tell you if you need an adapter or not. Not required. Let's go to the same year. See, not required. Most of them aren't required, but again, you'll just have to check on the vehicle, the type of vehicle that you have. Alright, so after looking at the back and finding which one that I need for my my vehicle, which is a 97 F150, I'll need the FD021, this one, and I went ahead and bought it, and this is what it looks like. FD21 stereo connector, 83 to 03 for Ford, and this is what you'll need in order to hook up your factory wiring to your new wiring. So we have just a bunch of plugs with some wires, and we have another set right here. And these are all the things that you'll most likely need to connect to your factory wiring. Let's see, what else do we have in here? And it looks like just some instructions. Let's see here. Yeah, you can go ahead and read them, and it tells you how to set them up from the 4-pin and to the couple 8 pins. Here on the back, it has which one it is made for, which vehicles it's made for, just like on the application guide one. And as you can see, the Ford pickup, it says 1980 to 1998. Alright, so after you put your two removal prongs in, you should be able to just pull straight forward. And remember, at the beginning of the video I said that you need to unplug your battery whenever you're working on electrical stuff within the truck. So as we look behind here, we see the main cable right here, along with another long set of cables connected to here, and then we have one big cable right here. And this is what it looks like with everything unplugged. We had something plugged in here, here, and over there. And so then you can just take your radio out, just set it up on the dash for now, we won't be needing it. And these were the cables that were connected to the inside. Was this one, this elbow looking one, and then this small black one over here. So then you go ahead and check on the instructions for the stereo connector, and you go ahead and just plug it in to the new radio, and you go ahead and match the wires up, and then you'll be able to set that up. And then here is the part of the dash kit that I'll be needing. It is the part number is 6604, and following the instructions in order to mount that in place is, it says here, right here, 97 Ford pickup, that I'll only be needing these four things right here, and I can go ahead and cut the rest of them off. You can either use a Dremel or just like a knife or scissors, just whatever you need to. Just remember that you need these four mounting tabs. So that would be four mounting tabs here. That would be these four, 1, 2, 3, and 4. There, let me hold in the light so you can see a little bit better. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Everything else you can just go ahead and cut off. So now that we have the dash kit fitted in there after we dremeled away the other holders for it, I went ahead and test fitted the radio, and it fits perfectly. There is one problem though. On this model, it is a F150 Ford Lariat with a premium sound system, and with the premium sound system you get this 16 connector, as well as this big gray one, and then the antenna cable, which is right back here, right here. So you will have these three. Now, with the original wiring kit that I had, this one right here, see, none of them include the 16 pin connector. So I had to get a different wiring set, and it's FDK 10B, and this is the wiring kit that they included. Alright, and this is what it looks like. It has the same connector as the gray one that we already have here, and it has this green one that has 9 pins, and then it has this black one that I need. Now, for the black one, we will be plugging in this green one to the black one, because we won't be needing all of the other radio stuff that were from the old radio for the new radio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and wire it up, and just for testing I'm going to go ahead and use electrical tape. I will solder them later, but use electrical tape just to check everything else. So now, after twisting and adding electrical tape to all three of these connections, you can go ahead and plug this into the back of your radio. As mine is a cheap radio, so I just need to attach the cable and then the antenna cable in the back. And before you put everything back, just go ahead and plug everything in, and then go ahead and plug the battery back in, just so that you make sure that everything's working, and make sure everything fits okay before you put in the final holder for the radio and put the dash back on.